Hello everyone, this is Monalisha Padhi. I am a legal intern, interning at Lexis and Company, and I am pursuing my third year of BBA LLB from Bharati Vidyapeeth, New Law College, Pune. And today's topic is section 497 of IPC. In the last video, we discussed about this topic, and now in this video we'll continue the previous topic. The court, the Justice Malhotra said that section 497 of IPC was replete with anomalies which would render the provisions liable to be struck down on the ground of it being arbitrary and discriminatory. Under section 497, it is only the male paramour who is responsible for the offence of adultery. The woman who is pari delicto with the adulterous male is not punishable, even as an abettor. The adulterous woman is excluded solely on the basis of gender and cannot be prosecuted for adultery. The section only gives the right to prosecute the husband of the adulterous wife. On the other hand, the wife of the adulterous man has no similar right to prosecute her husband or his paramour. Section 497 IPC, read with Section 198 Clause 2 of the CRPC, only empowers the aggrieved husband of a married wife who has entered into adulterous relationship to initiate proceedings for the offence of adultery. The act of a married man engaging in sexual intercourse with an unmarried or divorced woman does not constitute adultery under section 497 of IPC. If the adulterous relationship between a man and a married woman takes place with the consent and convenience of her husband, it would not constitute the offence of adultery. Justice Malhotra said, constitutional validity of section 497 has to be tested on the anvil of article 14 of the constitution and found lack of intelligent differentia in the classification made in section 497 of IPC, and that classification in section 497 of IPC was bad as women were no longer their husband's property. The section was based on the historical context in 1860 when the IPC was enacted. At that point of time, women had no right independent of their husbands and were treated as a chattel or property of their husbands. Hence, the offence of adultery was treated as an injury to the husband, since it was considered to be a theft of his property, for which he could proceed to prosecute the offender. The said classification is no longer relevant or valid and cannot withstand the test of Article 14 and is liable to be struck down on his ground alone. She noted that law commissioners have debated that women in India should not be punished for adultery, considering their plight, which was much worse than women in France and England, as here women were being married while they were very young and had to bear with co-wives, etc. On Centre's argument that section 497 IPC is valid on the ground of affirmative action and all discrimination in favor of women is saved by Article 15 Clause 3 and hence were exempted from punishment. Justice Malhotra said, Article 15 Clause 3 of the Constitution is an enabling provision which permits the states to frame a beneficial legislation in favor of women and children to protect and uplift this class of citizens. Section 497 is a penal provision for the offence of adultery, an act which is committed consensually between two adults who have strayed out of the marital bond. Such a provision cannot be considered to be a beneficial legislation covered by Article 15 Clause 3 of the Constitution. The true purpose of affirmative action is to uplift women and empower them in socio-economical spheres. A legislation which takes away the rights of women to prosecute cannot be termed as a beneficial legislation. The court has also referred to a case known as the V. Kalyani versus State 2018, wherein the apex court recognized the gender bias in section 497. The court in Kalyani, also known as Supra, observed that the provision is currently under criticism for certain quarters for showing a strict gender bias, for it makes the position of a married woman almost as a property of her husband. A section which perpetuates oppression oppression of women is unsustainable in law and cannot take over under the guise of protective discrimination. That's all for the topic today. Thank you and have a nice